Are you taking any prescribed medicine? Are you concerned with side effects? Do you want to take your health into your own hands? Then stay with me. Welcome, I'm Olga, and my mission is to help people to feel welcome in their bodies, lives, world and universe. And today I'm going to share my story with you, how I gave up prescribed medicine for Gerd. So how did it start? It started about 18 years ago. I made some kind of decisions in the past that I don't want to go into right now. But anyways, I had severe heartburn. I had a series of medical checks. I received diagnosis and I received information from my doctor that I will be taking inhibitors of proton pump for the rest of my life, 1 pill a day. And indeed, I did it for now, I would say, roughly 18 years. But then later on I started to do research and I received more and more information showing that actually these type of drugs have a severe side effects and it's far from ideal to take them long term. And as I mentioned, I took them for a decade. And not only that, I was kind of slave to those drugs, right? Because as I mentioned, it was a very severe situation. I was not able to go long term without them. So each day I would have to take them. So that means that I had them in my purse, in my car, whatever trip I took, I needed to take them with me. So it was a very limiting situation. And then, as I mentioned later, I started on to research on the side effects, which I will be mentioning later. But then now I know better, right? And the situation that happened is quite common, especially here in Europe. The traditional medicine, when treating chronic conditions, is kind of shutting off the indicator that something is wrong, right? If you take the pill, you shut off the indicator that something in your body is not working in an ideal way. So I was not feeling this heartburn anymore, but obviously I was not healthy. And the side effects, so it limits absorption of calcium, so that can lead to osteoporosis. It limits absorption of magnesium. There can be different digestive complications like constipation or bloating. Also, it limits the production of the acids in your stomach, so that means that the bacteria and other harmful microorganisms that are in food and we are taking them in, they are not treated and killed by those acids. So again, obviously not an ideal situation. And with long-term usage of those drugs, which I was the case, right? So there is an increased risk of dementia, increased risk of kidney failure. Why? Because it shuts off not only the proton pump in your stomach, which is producing actually the acid, but all the other pumps in your body. So that means that the cells, when they are normally flushing out, they are actually pumping out toxins out of them as a waste product of the metabolism. And also, for example, in your brain there are processes which use this type of pumps, and if it's not working properly, again, that can lead to that mentioned dementia situation. So not very encouraging situation, right? So I definitely wanted to change that, and I tried to give those drugs up several times, and I used traditional procedures like drinking lemon water and adding apple cider vinegar. And it was okay Thursday, that was fine. The second day I started to have issues, and then third day I just had to give it up because it was unbearable sensations, right? So in June and we have August now, so it's roughly 3 months, I decided that I will totally use like all the tools available. And I actually wrote that down so I don't miss anything for you guys, because I want to mention that all, and maybe some of them will be your inspiration, right? So I supported liver function with a special tea and stomach function with the tea from mint. I also have a mint in the form of aromatherapy. I eat without stress, slowly. I make sure that there's no mechanical pressure on my stomach, so I make sure I have enough space here, I can breathe slowly, and I really eat mindfully with a lot of chewing. And as I mentioned, it's completely different than I would say the traditional medicine is saying, because what you will find out, or what the official information is, that there's a overproduction of the acids in your stomach, and that's why they are traveling up, right? And they are burning your tissue here. So insufficient production of this stomach acid is actually causing the valve between your stomach and esophagus to be more loose and to let the acid travel up. Okay, great. So I'm taking vitamin B3, and all of those would deserve a separate video because it's a very extensive topic, but I just want to mention them all so that you can have some tools or maybe some inspiration, some ideas that you can use yourself. So I added chlorophyll into my diet. I'm doing some energetic medicine rituals. I'm trying to exercise yoga focused specifically on digestion almost every day. And I'm listening to the frequencies that are focused on this problem. You can find those here on YouTube. So I'm not saying I'm healed completely. Again, I'm not encouraging anybody to give up drugs that they have prescribed from their doctor without consulting him actually. But this is my story, and I will keep you posted how it goes. So welcome on the journey!